beautiful Saturday. Saturday. It's a fun day today, isn't it? What are you out there creating in the world? But I have a more important question. Are you living your best life right now? Are you the best version of yourself today? Yes? No. If it's a no, question is why not? What's getting in the way, you think, of you living that life, creating those results? That, or maybe have you even taken, maybe you haven't even taken a step towards your vision, towards that dream life of yours. What's stopping you? I don't know what the answers are for you, but my answers were that I didn't think I was good enough. I had self-doubt. I didn't trust myself. I kind of lost my own identity, to be honest, because I was people pleasing. I wanted to be liked, so I didn't push buttons or say things that were really on my mind. And all of those things were not serving me. But I didn't know what I didn't know. And you know what really helped me push myself through to get a breakthrough so that I can start manifesting the results I want in my life? At least like generating deeper relationships with myself, with the people that I love, with my community. Like, I am doing things now I had never done since I was young. And I'm showing up. And I am being responsible for when I'm not being my best. And I only got there because I went through a leadership training, an emotional intelligence training, where I had access to coaches. And I went in to uncover what that story was that I wanted to be so right about, but at the same time, it inhibited me from living my true, authentic life of who I am and what I want. I didn't even know what I wanted anymore. I lost track of who that little 8-year-old girl, she knew what she wanted. She knew exactly what she was going to do. She knew who she was. She was strong in her power. And then life happened, and then I put her aside, and she was wounded, and so she put on armor. And the armor looked like me, but it wasn't me. And so after a while, the only thing I saw was the armor. I forgot to even look at who that was and what I wanted in the world. So going through this process and having people there to really hold you high because they see your greatness, but they're also loving you enough to tell you like it is. They love you so much, they're going to be like, you know what? You're showing up angry. You're showing up disconnected. You're showing up inauthentic. But I love you because what you're hiding is your greatness, your power, your love, your joy. And that's where your superpower is. Live into it. Thank you, Georgina, for the lovely hugs and the hi. And you all right, ain't ya? And the hearts, thank you. So how much are you loving yourself enough to show up for yourself? Because for me as a woman and also as a supporter, I put everybody first. And after a while, I got a little resentful. And that showed up as selfish. It showed up as disconnected, aloof, indignant, defensive, victim. Hi, everybody. Hi, England. It's your dad's birthday. Hey, it's a birthday. It's your birthday. Hey, call your dad and sing him a song. Like, how amazing would it be for your dad to hear you singing on a message? Or just calling him and, like, call your friend and sing him a little song. Hey, friend, I love you. You're my best friend, and I love you. You're in my life because I love you. Hi, Dubai. Do you have string? Not sure what that means. Love from Dubai. Love to everybody out there. I just want to come in here and ask you, like, are you living your best life? Are you creating the results that you really want to be creating in the world and in your life? Have you lost the weight? Have you gotten yourself healthy? Are you healthy? Do you have deep, intimate relationships? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? Not what you think people might think. Hi from Dubai. Love from Dubai. And so for me, I just wanted to share, like, I had forgotten my identity and I wanted to be off planet. I didn't want to be alive anymore. But even then, my fear of judgment, my fear of criticism stopped me. Thank God. The one time I'm like, yay, my nerdy girl victim of judgment prevented me. It didn't stop me from wishing it. It didn't stop me from praying for me to be sick or something happening to me. So I chose life in the moment of being in my car, crying for the umpteenth time, being super just, I don't know, have you guys ever been there? Where you're just like, it can't get any worse. And in that one last ditch effort to ask for a reason of why, what's the purpose? I heard, you know what I heard? You want to hear what I heard? I heard, it's not about you. And I was like, it's not about me. It is about me. And I was like, no, it's not about you. It's about you, but it's not about you. And in that moment, I said, oh my gosh, my pain, it's through my pain that I find my purpose. Because there are so many of us out there, and if it's one of you, please say yes, me, who's struggling, who is just not feeling like they matter, that they're enough. And I want to tell you today, right now, if you're here, if you're watching this, you are enough. You do matter. Your voice matters. Your purpose is greater than you, my friend. And I learned for me that when I started living and giving to give in generosity, my life started to unfold and expand and in abundance. And it's been amazing. Yes. And so, you know, at this point, I get to the point where I was so much in my story of being victim. I needed to be right. You don't understand. I had this happen to me. This person said that, and it made me feel like this, like that's messed up. I had to be so right that I didn't realize that what I was doing was losing a trust in the relationship. I was holding back, alienating. And I'm in a place now where my marriage is at stake. My kids are becoming teenagers. My relationship with them is at stake too. Because so many of our children feel so helpless that it feels better to not be here anymore than to go through it. And I don't understand why we get to the place where we're hurting each other and being so mean to one another, when truly it says more about you and the pain that you're in. Let's get real. And a lot of people don't want to hear it. And the only thing that really, like, it was dancing and music and singing that helped me get through really tough times. Crying it out helped me get through it too, because you need to release that emotion. I had hip pain that was debilitating every day, and it just got worse after having kids because I had guilt and shame toppled on top of the mother guilt. Who else out there has mom guilt? Sound like you? And it was that. I finally got intimate with my hip and I said, hey, ¿por qué duele? ¿Por qué me duele? What is the pain? And it said, it's guilt. What am I still feeling guilty about? And then when I got really deep in it, it was shame. Because I had the story that I am bad, right? I am shameful. There is shame that I did something wrong. Doing something wrong is guilt. Saying you are bad, that's shame. That's the difference, and that is what my hip pain was. So I cried it out with the intention to release it. I forgave myself. I forgave my younger self. I called my daughter, my younger self, not my daughter. I called my younger self to the future and I said, hey, I forgive you. It's okay. You don't have to protect me anymore. You can just let go. It's okay. It wasn't your job. You did your best. You didn't know better. You know now. And it's okay. You don't have to protect me anymore. And in that moment, I'm telling you guys, like with the crying and the breathing and the intention, I felt a release from my hip down to my feet. And then the pain has been gone since then, and this was in 2020. In a lot of ways, all of my life, me choosing life, all of that happened during COVID. And it's interesting that it saved my life that time, because I was isolated, I was in, and I was caretaking, living with her 24 hours a day away from my family, 5 days a week. And I chose to start learning about energy medicine, and started doing Qigong and yoga and breath work and inner child healing, and working with my third eye and my energy centers. And that's when I started my path to healing. And then I got onto this leadership program that just made everything be like condensed. What would have probably taken me 10, 15, 20 years happened in a vehicle of 4 months. And mind you, I'm in it again. I am in this training again, because there's another layer. I can go deeper, I can go further, because I just love the new me, the Mama Rita 2.0. And the people around me are seeing my change. The people around me are seeing there's something different. You even look different. You look amazing. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, dude, I'm reclaiming my identity. I'm remembering who I truly am without all the story. And if you want that, it's available to you. You just gotta choose it, my friends. You gotta just declare it without evidence or proof of the result. You just gotta declare it and show up and go all in and trust the process. And you know what? At the end for me, deeper relationships. I have released weight, lost weight, whatever you want to call it. Release, I like to call it release, because I didn't lose it. I'm not going to go look for it. I don't want my weight back. So I released it into the wild. I don't want it. I released it to the earth, into the toilet, whatever, right? Like, I'm not taking it back. And that's when I learned words matter. Words matter. When you say I should do this, it implies like some level of guilt if you don't. So I get to do something because I choose it. And it's a blessing that I get to do that. And there's power in words. And the negative talk, it really does create dis-ease in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, out in the world. It actually resonates out in the world. When you think negative thoughts about somebody, you don't even have to tell them, but it actually is affecting them in a negative way. In their aura, especially if the aura is not strong. Because, we all are on the same boat. I feel like a lot of us carrying around our fears, wanting to be seen and heard. Is that you? Live for your children. Live for yourself first. Because if you're doing everything for other people, you could get a little resentful, you're not doing things for yourself, then you're giving from an empty cup, and that's taking. It's selfish, in my opinion. It wasn't until I started to take care of myself and love myself, like fully love myself, like I'm going out and finding myself, my community of my women, of my sisters, mi hermanas, reclaiming my Latina roots. And that has been giving me such gratitude and love and purpose and inspiration. There's so many beautiful spirits out there in the world who just want to feel like they belong, that they matter. Because they do, we do, you do. Because if I matter, you matter, my friend. If your kid matters, you matter. Like, come on. It's a miracle that you're even here. Let's be real about that. You have a higher chance of winning the lottery than you are to be born. Did you know that? So don't feel alone. It's a choice, my friend. It literally, it's simple as choosing. Choose a better, empowering story. You have each moment available to you to decide. Do I want to sit in the shit? Or do I want to start scooping it out? Because this ice cream don't taste good no more. I have to go through 5 scoops of shit to get to my favorite flavor. That's what I was doing. I was living to survive. On the sidelines, hoping that no one would see me, but over here screaming and waving, look at me! Ah! Now people see me because I just show up in my confidence and my power and my joy and my love. And so it's just a choice. I realized I put myself on a stretch to have joyful experiences, because what my coach told me was that I show up in my power when I'm in my joy. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go have 33 joyful experiences. And so what that did for me was that I got super intentional about creating the joy, not looking for it. I created it. I brought the joy. And I could find joy in everything and anything that I chose. And that was the power of choice. And it's available to you. We're choosing and making decisions every single second, minute, hour, especially with all those thousands of thoughts that go through our mind. And a lot of those are repetitive. Are you thinking the same thoughts? Like, do you know you're thinking the same thoughts? I didn't know half of the stuff. And it was until I had somebody, like I said, loving interruption in my life, tell me like it was, but also tell me that, listen, this is what I really see in you and the gifts that you have. And what is it that you want? And it wasn't an easy path, and it wasn't easy. I'm still stumbling. And I still will always be this person that feels like I need to be heard, and I have, a history, right, of feeling not good enough, a burden and in the way and whatever. But now I have the awareness to choose an empowering story in every given moment. And now because of that, because I have the awareness, I'm able to shift and pivot faster and faster and faster. Mind you, there are people in my life, especially the intimate relationships, that I still am looking to have a 10-10 relationship with, and I'm working there. And I'm literally working on that as we speak, to rebuild a 10-10 relationship. And I started with me. Because in order to get something that I want, I need to give it first. And if I'm not giving it to me, then I'm only going to attract things that are going to be exactly what I'm giving. If I'm not respecting myself, creating boundaries of respect, I'm going to generate people in my life who disrespect me. If I don't love myself, I'm going to experience events and moments and relationships where I don't feel loved. And that's what I was doing. And then I was sitting there going, why is my life so sucky? Well, shit, Mama Rita, you created it. That's how powerful you are. We create our life. We really are the architects of our life. And it's all based off our perspective lens. Like, what is your perspective? Is it based off the victim, the hurt, wounded child, or the empowered leader, woman, man, binary, whoever how you identify? Is that a better serving story for you? Or is it that little victim who, oh yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I was a victim to the traffic lights. I had every single one, and my dog had to go pee. It's like, no, be responsible for your life. And no, like, if that is your story every time. How, like, change it, do something different, make a different choice. I was like, wow, I got really tired of having to clean up my bullshit, my poop scoops. I got tired of saying, you know what? I acknowledge that I just broke my word again. What did I make more important? My story that I have to be right, that I suck and I'm not worthy? That I created that myself. And so then what happened? I started being responsible for that and anticipating, okay, well, and this is all because of this leadership. I'm telling you guys, I have done and created things that I would have never had done had I not stood in my power. Stood in knowing that I matter and I'm enough. And all those things that I always knew about myself, that I held back for so many years, afraid, being judged, not liked, too much for somebody. But you know what? I'm sorry, my friends, I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that now. And all you haters out there, hate, because that just says that I need to send you more love. And I'm sorry that you don't have love in your life, that you feel you have to put people down. But I see you, I hear you, and I stand for you too. And I send you a big heart, because maybe somebody in your life didn't. And I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. That's a ho'oponopono prayer that I do often to help heal the energy of sadness and hurt and pain that we all are carrying around in some one way or form or another. But today in 2024, with AI and technology, rockets and junk all over in the outer space, and aliens, whatever, right? Like, let's choose the empowering story. Let's choose to say, you know what? This is the year that I'm gonna live an extraordinary life. No more with this mediocre BS. I'm ready. Show me the way. I'm done telling this story. And you know what? Yeah, if you're afraid to fail, you're gonna fail. It's just part of it. A master leader learns that failure is just what didn't work. And they're like, awesome, now I know it didn't work. Perfect. Pivot, move. Because you're an innovator, but you first gotta be a risk taker. And that is life. Just to walk out the door sometimes, it feels like you're risk taking and courage and vulnerable. All of those things, just to walk out of the door and wake up in the morning sometimes. So just lean into your power, lean into your strength, lean into your beauty, lean into your light. Lean into who you truly are. Not what people or things made you. Because you can reinvent yourself in any given moment. Pretend you're an actor. Maybe you are an actor. Maybe you're an aspiring actor. But we all are actors in some one way, you know. All the time we act like we're okay. We act like we're happy when we're not. We act like we're busy or tired. Like, we're acting all the time, so let's be real about that. So listen, aren't you tired of acting, faking your way in life? Authenticity is the highest vibration, higher than the heart frequency. Did you know that? Authenticity is where we all must get back to. Integrity. Integrity, aligning your values with your vision, and always in your actions, in your words, in your thoughts, in your decisions. Authentic integrity. Love, generosity, compassion, empathy, standing in your power and seeing the world as if it's already transformed into that life of peace and love and harmony. And that's where I'm going. That's where I'm reaching. I already see you, my friend, in your light, in your glory. You just got to choose it. You got to say, yes, I'm going to take that. How do I get there? Give me my golden ticket, Mama Rita. If you want your golden ticket, I have it. If you want the golden ticket, I have it. You want the golden ticket, I have it. Call me, say me, I'm ready to take on my life, Mama Rita. No more story. There's a story of an old story that I often live day by day. And this old story, that's such an old story, will live in history. Get it? Come on, friends, let's go. You ready to take on your life? You ready to be a heck yes? You ready to be like, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it messy, because that's how you learn. Like when I actually decided to just jump in and do a 3-day like mastermind, which is like a summit, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I knew I wanted to be in giving generosity during the holidays, and that was my vision. To help people like me who felt depressed, sad, stressed, anxious, especially around family gatherings. And then you know what happened the day before I launched? I enrolled 12 of my colleagues who are also in the program of leadership, right, taking on their lives, being the source of a transformed world, really. They were a yes to do it. Like, thank you guys if you ever watched this. Like, it was a beautiful like concoction of love that we created. And it happened. And then I learned and I pivoted and I shifted on the way. But I knew that every time, the end of the day, I felt so full. My love and my heart was full. And it was like, wow, purpose, fulfillment. This is the gold. And like I said, it started with me loving me first. I mean, it has to start with you. It has to start with me first. Like, you have to be the first person to decide, yes, I'm going to make a change. Yes, I'm going to make a difference. Yes, I'm tired of the story. I want to reinvent and recreate my story for an empowering story where I am living my best life, traveling, many homes, boats. Like, what is your vision? What do you want in the world? And why aren't you living it now? That's my biggest question. What's stopping you? What are you making more important? What are you not willing to let go of to get what you want? Because I'm telling you, it's not worth it. I think Tony Robbins, I heard him say, people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but underestimate what they can accomplish in 10. 10 years goes like that. Too much time spent thinking of the past, worrying about it. Too much time freaking out and fearful of the future. Or thinking about the future, and no time is spent in the now. And that is where you slow down time, by the way. That is where time slows down. Baby, slow time, baby, slow time. Make it slow. Too many times, and you know, people say time flies, and they kind of start manifesting it. Because we're that powerful of manifestors. Yes, you are a powerful manifestor. Your words literally affect matter. Because they're vibration, and everything is vibration, and it affects everything. That's why they know. They've done research. They talk to a plant very lovingly. Some even sing to it. And this is fake, okay? And others go, you're an ugly plant. You suck. Ugh, you should kill yourself. It gets bullied. And you know what? Within like a month or two, they've seen shown pictures. The bullied plant is dying. It's dead. And then the plant that was complimented and loved and sent to, like vibrant, tall, beautiful plant. How are you talking to yourself? How are you talking to your loved ones? How do you speak to your colleagues? How do you speak to the guy who cuts you off? Maybe their family member just got in a car accident. Or maybe they just have diarrhea and they're trying to find a bathroom real fast. I've been there, have you? Just being real, guys. Like, you don't know what people are going through, and we just want to be such judgy McJefferson over here and be like, ah. Like, where's the love? Like, how would you want somebody to treat you in that moment if it was you? I don't think we often try even putting ourselves in other people's shoes. And that's another thing I started doing, and that really helped to get me to see their pain, get me to see their perspective and say, shit, yeah, I guess I have been kind of showing up shitty for you. Dude, I'm sorry. I am responsible for how I might have created this moment because of the way I have been showing up until now. Sorry, man. I'm working on that. I'll work on that. I said that to my husband once. He came in all pissy at me, and normally I would get defensive and yell back because I'm Latina and I have to be right about my story, you know. And this time I did that. I said those words of love and compassion, and it like literally softened his shoulders. He let go a deep breath, and it shifted his mood. Because you know what happened? He felt heard. He felt seen, most importantly. And that's all I ever want, is to be seen and heard. So why wouldn't he? And so when he did, magic happened. Magic happened. I created connection and intimacy in that moment. Powerful. Powerful. And that's the power that we all have, is our power of how we respond. The word responsibility is like your ability to respond. Responsibility. Not to react, to respond. Like, so if you have to take a breath, if you have to walk away and say, hey, I'll be back, I need to walk. I'm getting kind of upset here. And I want to be able to talk to you about this and not turn this into a fight, but I need to go and give myself a 10, 15, 1 hour. But let them know that you're going to do that. Don't just walk away from them, right? I do a lot of energy work, actually. There's some that you can look on my feed. You'll see there's like the one that I love to do for kind of frustration is I put the frustration in here and I just hold it, and then I put my arms up and around, and then I go whoosh, and I throw it away. I'm done with you. And it really helps when I am feeling upset, you know, when I feel anxiety sometimes even. And another really good one is to take down the flame. And that one really helps when I'm just, especially my daughter. For a quick story, my daughter one time got me really like, you know, like anybody has a daughter, anybody was a daughter, like, you know what you're capable of doing at that age. She's 12. And I love her. She's super willful, and I just love her strength and tenacity for like standing for her authentic wants and desires. And I want to nurture that and not break her down like I felt broken in my past, you know? So this is another great thing about this work, guys, is that when you heal, you're able to, by osmosis, encourage other people's healings, because now you're not breaking them down, you're building them up. Because you see them. You see everybody in their beautiful light and greatness, and you're like, oh my God, stop. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Stop putting yourself in the box. Stop hiding. Stop dimming your light for those people. But we're afraid to be honest with the people in our circle. That's a shame, in my opinion. It's a disservice to humanity, our inauthenticity. And oftentimes we want to be honest, but say, I'm just bold and direct. But like, no, come from love. Energy doesn't lie. You can say all these things, but the energy doesn't lie. So stop trying to BS people. Like, we all have been in a situation where we felt people were not being honest with us, because we could sense the energy was not aligning with their words. That's also called intuition and feeling energy, because that's what we do. We feel energy. Energy is everything. It's how we interact with the world. It's how we navigate. So when you come from a loving space and you see them and you see that they're like, in their story, like, ask them, hey, can I give you some support? Like, it's just and then ask permission first. Create a 10-10. And I think it was such a breath of fresh air when people were being honest with me about how I was showing up in stressful situations. And now, when it happens, when I do it, right, because it's gonna happen, I'm like, oh shoot, there I go again. You know what? I'm so sorry. I realized that I said that and it was kind of sarcastic and mean. I didn't mean to say that. I just got upset for a second. Let me try again. Like, just that shifts people. They start to trust you, and connection builds, and deeper relationships, and people trust you. Like, let's try that on for a change, but be coming from love and ask permission. If you want to know more about this vehicle to get you to the place of living your life of your dreams and being in your power and impacting the world or your family, like when you heal, like imagine your family having just richer, deeper connections with the people in your life. And also, like, if you're in sales, like it'll make you like a master salesman, because you can really listen in a way that you see their vision of what they want. You're not selling them the vehicle or whatever you're selling them, you're selling them their vision. But that's because you're able to get out of your own head and making it about you, that you really hear and make it about them. And then people really feel seen and heard. And I'm telling you, like, people if you have employees, like, they just are willing to go above and beyond for you, and they show up in a way that they want to yield results for you because they feel empowered by you and seen and respected. Thank you. And so what happens is that your life just up levels in all areas when you start to do the inner work for yourself first. So again, comment to me if you're interested in knowing more about this vehicle to get you faster and more fulfilling, purposeful results that are long-lasting. So remember, my friends, stay classy, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep those energies flowing, and I'll see you on the next live. Adios.